welcome to Tuesday Newsday, your #1 resource for the entire week's worth of VR news. The hottest VR leak on the internet, HTC's new headset possibly leaked this morning? Think again. But if you're a Quest 2 owner or you've been waiting to pull the trigger on one, then I've got some really good news for you as well. Plus some new information on the Deca Move and decagear, that and so much more. Let's just get right into the news. But actually, first real quick, I want to say thank you to everyone. Tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, and time just absolutely flies when you're having a blast, and I couldn't do any of this without you. Thank you for an amazing 2 years with the most amazing community on YouTube and Twitch. ThrillSeekers are just cut from a whole different cloth, and together we're changing the world one VR headset at a time. So here's to an amazing 2 years and to a bountiful future and many more years to come. Also, don't forget about the Oculus Showcase tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific. You can watch it together with me on my Twitch channel, but we've got stuff to cover, so let's just get right into it. Let's talk Quest and Quest 2 real quick. There's good news and some lukewarm news, so let's start with the lukewarm. The Quest store now officially supports paid subscriptions within each application. So now your Rec Room Plus subscription or FitXR or Supernatural subscription can all be done from within the application, when before you had to do it in browser or outside of the actual game. Now, this is great for convenience, but all it really means is Facebook is now getting their cut of any subscription in the store. This means that subscription prices may possibly go up, as the company providing the service is usually getting less per sub, of course, since they're giving a share to Facebook. But it does mean that subscriptions are easier and officially supported. However, I am not into turning every VR game into some freemium model where features are locked behind subscriptions. It's a very slippery slope, but I do have confidence that we are loud enough as consumers to stop that from happening in its tracks. And I'm personally going to fight with whatever I have to resist the VR market from turning into the mobile app market. I'm sure that we'll all have bloody hands the day that Raid Shadow Legends VR releases. Now, the good news regarding the Quest 2 is really good though. The original Quest released in 2019, then the Quest 2 released just barely more than a year after that, and a lot of people felt pretty ripped off. Imagine buying a headset, then a year later a better version that's cheaper releases. Can't feel too good, especially if you're on a budget, which who isn't? We've already heard from Mark Zuckerberg that a Quest 3 is currently being worked on, and Vice President of Facebook Reality Labs, Andrew Bosworth, has hinted at a Quest 2 Pro with a wink. But don't worry, if you have a Quest 2, or you're planning on getting one but you're too scared that something new and better will release, well, it's not. Here's what Boz had to say, quote, "For those who are curious, Quest 2 is going to be in the market for a while, for a long while, and it's going to be, you know, the best bet for the most accessible way to get into VR and have a great experience," end quote. I mean, it makes sense, let's be real. Facebook has zero competition in the consumer standalone market, zero competition in the cheaper PC VR headset segment, and it doesn't look like competition is coming anytime soon, and the Quest 2 is still selling like hotcakes. Some say 3 times faster than the PlayStation VR, which historically has had the largest VR install base. Releasing a Quest 3 now, or in 6 months, or even a year, could potentially seriously hurt Facebook's long-term goals. Consumer confidence is extremely important, and releasing hardware too fast, leaving behind consumers that just barely got in, definitely hurts that consumer confidence. Instead, Facebook says they plan on increasing the functionality and usability of the current Quest 2 like they've already done. I mean, it's sort of a modular headset, at least in terms of the head strap, so that can always be improved, and it's receiving tons of updates like the new V28 bringing AirLink, which should be dropping officially this week. Pretty much what I'm saying is don't be too scared of a Quest 3 coming soon. It's not, at least if you trust Bosworth and John Carmack and Facebook. Me personally, I take it all with a fat grain of salt. Of course, if I was releasing a new headset or console, I'd probably stay quiet about it too. Consumers won't buy something if they think it's going to be outdated in just a couple months. I mean, if I knew a Quest 2 Pro was releasing this year or next, I'd probably wait to buy 2, which is not in Facebook's best interest. They want to sell Quest 2s now. And I also feel a little called out. Facebook said this, quote, "People are also asking about the Quest 3, which doesn't exist yet, and everyone who is listening to us who is a reporter, there isn't a Quest 3, there's only a Quest 2, end quote. Okay, Boz. Now let's finally talk HTC and this new headset. So this is no joke as fresh as a leak or information can get. And when I started recording this video, more information surfaced that cleared up what this leak actually is, and it's not even a leak really. HTC is releasing a new VR headset sometime soon, likely to be announced next month at ViveCon. Many say this will be an enterprise-based headset not meant for consumers, but I, of course, have hopes that that's at least a little wrong. I want HTC to release a solid Quest 2 competitor, and here's what this leaked headset looks like. This is the HTC Vive Air, and it doesn't exist. I posted the leaked photos on Twitter about right after I found it, originally on a website dedicated to give design awards to various companies. The website is legit, the award is real, and HTC Vive received an award for their concept design of a sports-focused VR headset that seems to have a semi-modular design and quick-dry fabrics similar to a Nike shoe. And that's exactly what this headset looks like, a Nike shoe that you'd put on your head. And not gonna lie, I absolutely dig the design. It looks light, comfortable, and I think pretty stylish, but turns out the design is pretty divisive. Unfortunately though, this is likely not the headset HTC will be announcing next month, and it's likely that this headset will never be announced. The HTC Vive Air is not real. Here's what HTC had to say, quote, "It's exciting to see our concept piece, the Vive Air VR headset, win an IF Design Award. While this is only a concept, the design language has elements and inspirations you'll see elsewhere in our products. We're not ones to rest on our laurels, so although it's great to win this award, we have business to attend to. Hopefully we'll see you on 11th/12th May at ViveCon," end quote. So that's that. I really want this headset personally, and I hope that whatever is announced this year at least resembles this design or has some attributes of it. The idea is you can take the headset apart, wash the whole strap housing and more, and I also think that this article title is hilarious. Quote, "HTC just won an award for a headset it isn't making," end quote. And yeah, seems true. I want this headset to be real. I think HTC would absolutely kill it with it as a real direct Quest 2 competitor with Viveport support, but that's just not the case it seems. You know what though, it's a good thing that HTC always knows best though, right? I mean, just look at their track record. So here's one of the craziest headlines that I've heard in a while. Quote, "Epic Games secures $1 billion investment to build its Unreal Engine powered Metaverse," end quote. That's a lot to digest. Basically, Epic Games is well on their way to creating the Metaverse, and they're getting help to do it. Sony Group Entertainment threw a little cash of their own into the pot with a $200 million investment in addition to the $250 million investment from just a year ago. And this sounds crazy, but all this money is for Epic Games to, quote, "establish real-time 3D social experiences leading to a convergence of gaming, film, and music," end quote. Now, if that's not the definition of a metaverse, I don't know what is. So this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with VR right now, but the idea is still something that just doesn't exist yet in almost any medium, at least not fully. Imagine a future where I grab my friends in VR and we just walk or teleport together to the next game or movie or experience seamlessly to have a true VR metaverse. It's like VR chat, but even better. You're jumping between full game worlds. This is undoubtedly one of the first big steps to getting this done for the first time. Epic Games happens to also own the Unreal Engine, which is the second most popular game engine for VR purposes right behind Unity. So Epic themselves being huge proponents of Metaverse while also owning one of the biggest game engines out there and having lots and lots of money to do whatever you want with will definitely lead me to having a closer eye on Epic Games. So I mentioned quite a while ago that I want more than anything to bring VR to schools to revolutionize education forever. Textbooks could be a total thing of the past. Why read about mitosis and meiosis when you can take a magic school bus ride in VR and watch it happen right in front of you? Well, the same thing can be said for sports in some capacity at least. Months ago, I mentioned the High School Heroes, a VR esports league that brings VR headsets into the school place and pitches other schools against each other in VR games like Echo Arena. Well, the first season of 10 schools went very successfully, and now they're looking to expand to up to 50 schools. I'm all about normalizing VR and esports esports within high schools, and High School Heroes is doing that. They've also let me know about a Quest 2 giveaway and decided to combine it with my community, so check out the links in the description if you'd like to enter for a free Quest 2. High School Heroes is currently looking for more schools to join the league, and your school could be next. On their website, there are forms that you can give to your administration and email contacts to get everyone involved. Like I said before, VR plus schools and keeping people active, I'm all for it. Next up, I have already made a video on the Deca Move, the first device from Megadodo Simulations that are also creating the decagear 1 headset. My review was pretty darn positive and I really enjoyed the device, and well, pre-orders just opened up for the Deca Move and it's actually cheaper than originally advertised at $60. Still pricey, but it does change VR for the better in my opinion, allowing you to use the hip instead of your hand or headset for locomotion. And from what I've heard, Quest support is coming, and if you don't want to spend $60 on this, then that's fine too. A phone-based application from Deca should be coming as well. Although the standalone product will likely be a little superior in terms of functionality, but we don't know yet. I'll have both in hand soon. And now it's time for question of the week from Sungear. How big do you think the impact for eye tracking will have on the horror genre? Eye tracking, if implemented correctly, could totally revolutionize entertainment and gaming moving forward. Horror games are really just an easy example. If the game knows where your eyes are, it also knows where your eyes aren't. And the scariest things are the things that you can only see out of the corner of your eye, but disappear the second you look at them. Long story short, it's gonna be good. Make sure to leave your own question of the week below. I may just answer yours next. Also, check out my Twitch stream today, and don't forget about that Quest 2 giveaway. My Discord is a great place to find out about both and to join a badass community. I want to thank all of my Patreon supporters, especially my Omegas like Atomali, Benji, Biz, CPCJ79, Destroyer, Furtrap, Fusion Oak, HCG Randon, I'm Naku, It's Lumi, Jonathan KR, Lucid VR, Mud King, Ridbo, Ronzarelli, Skirt Cobain, That Brock Guy, Very Evil Shadow, and Zalk. I couldn't do any of this without you. Don't forget to like this video if you loved it, subscribe if you want more of this, and hit that freaking bell if you just can't live without it. Much love, Thrill out, and happy 420.